welcome back for the second part, the second video of this tutorial, of this video tutorial. My name is Bruno Flaven. I've just released this article about, my thoughts about how can I leverage on a translation web service through an API that would be leveraging on no language left behind from Meta. It's available on Hugging Face and with Fast API. Basically, incidentally, I've just discovered when I was working with, when I was discovering No Language Left Behind, which is this, let me see, I think I've given the resources at the beginning. Yeah, this one. There's a lot of thanks to this to the community. There's a lot of element that are poke, proof of concept, application, whatever it's called, that are using it, that are using this kind of this library, this package. And then I discovered Gradio at the same time. I didn't know Gradio is the same thing as Streamlight for me. So basically, what is interesting with Gradio is that you focus yourself on the added value that you work on the API, on translation, whatever is the endpoint you're working with, and then you're able to do a quick UX experiment to share the stuff, especially with your stakeholders, for instance, if you're working in Agile. Okay, so I've discovered there's few experiments that I made. I won't go through this experience, but just maybe to show you the idea. It was like, I exactly have the same environment. Okay, so we're right here, and you launch it with this command, basically, which is Python. So the name of the file following by Python. And so this one is gonna build up a sentence from value. I think it come from from example that I've taken from GitHub. You have a lot of demo stuff like that. Yeah, I think it's come from this. It's come from this directory. Anyway, so if you check the your browser, so we're opening a new. Okay, so let's see. Quantity will be 10. I'm selecting juice, beverage, and snack, and I rather go for documentaries. And then I say submit, and it's gonna build up. You see, it's gonna build up like he said. So, wow, this is pretty basic, but you see, it's also pretty basic to write it down. So let's go quicker in a more sophisticated user of Gradio. And what is interesting is that you have, I think, like always, every time I'm taking some file, I'm adding the command directly in command. So let's get there directly. And then, I should stop this one. I'm gonna enter, so normally it won't work anymore. Let's be sure that I'm the correct one. And let's, holy cow, I'm making some errors. That's this one I want to go. So I should maybe correct the file. That's the problem when you're changing the, it's probably changed. Anyway, so the app, so this one is basically, that's exactly the same as the first video, but I'm just integrating, or I find this on the internet. I find this one I've taken. And so Hugging Face, like for anybody, you can have access to the file. So I've taken this file, and that's exactly what it's doing. I didn't change anything. So you have all the intelligence in a way, or no, I would not say the intelligence, but all the UX behavior, all the screen that you need for your user, and is gonna be able to translate. And right here, you have all the language, exactly the same as I made it like Fast API, but that's a different way to expose the things. And what is interesting is for instance, with your stakeholders, you can, if they are reluctant to use an API or Fast API or to work with Swagger, you can think about doing this, but let's do it right away. And then that would be just a translating machine, but I find it pretty interesting. So I don't know, it takes time on my computer when I launch it. Meanwhile, so this is where you can find all the article, all the previous articles I've dedicated to my exploration of a new API made with Fast API. And incidentally, I'm sometimes discovering that you can also work on Fast API and connect this API to Gradio or, for instance, to Streamlight. I've made several attempts on that. So let's see if it has worked. Yeah, it's already done. And basically, you will have a quick translation machine based on NNLB, the famous one that I was working with. So for instance, you can think about using, I think I did not provide any, but let's take the sentence that we have right here. I think it was in, well, let's take this one. No, sorry, I don't want, yeah, I want English then. And let's put it in English right here. So the source is English. Yeah, this one. And I want to translate in, let's say, Italian like we did previously. And, or Spanish, I think I translate. No, I'm going to take Spanish. You cannot deselect. Anyways, I would go for Italian. And then, okay, submit. So it's working. I think you can see now, you don't see anything. There's no debugger. And then, yeah, policial incidente event. Okay, that's perfect. And yes, let's do it again. I don't even know how to. Yeah, okay, let's do the same thing that I've made. English. So, English, Latin, and then Spanish. I don't know. Yeah, Spanish. And then translate it. And you see, según una fuente policial, el incidente ocurrió alrededor de, and then it's still missing, but you can see that that's exactly what we made in the previous video, where the translation was almost the same. That's for sure. I mean, in comparison with the Google one. Sorry. That should be what I say. But right here, I have a different way to leverage on these libraries. And what I'm showing you only is the easy way to build up a web API and an easy way to build up a fast API. As a PO, that's very interesting to making presentation and to let them touch, to let the stakeholders, sorry, I should call them stakeholders, touch the reality of your work if you're in a phase of product discovery. That's exactly my purpose right away. Okay, I think that's enough for this. It's a bit confused, I must admit, but the purpose of all this is written right here. I mean, I'm currently working and trying to find out what can be the strategy to build up an AI, an AI API, an API that will expose intelligent artificial features, and also sometimes think about plugging it or making small application that should provide some screen and user experience to the stakeholder or to anyone, okay? Because it's easier to present your work then. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can find every video dedicated to intelligence artificial through this one. And also be sure, if you need to read the article, you can check my blog. And also you can check the code, for instance, which is dedicated inside this directory. Thank you for watching. See you. And I will be back in a minute because I'm gonna do third video about what is that third video, let me see. Yeah, I'm using XML Roberta to think about masked language model, which I don't know a clue about before this video, but right away I'm going to show you some cognitive bias. Okay, thank you for watching and see you in a minute. Bye bye.